So here's where we were kind of last week. We left off with the lazy lines. We was looking at it and just, kind of going through this sidebar over here, picking out, some different rarities and stuff that would be like the headgear and stuff, like the crown. I think this is actually where we was talking because I had that one that was a crown.
Right.
Where's my baby at?
It's up there high. No, I'm just saying you had it. It was what do you have it listed? You have it listed too, Dusty, or no?
I actually delisted it because
All right.
they've got so much going on in the community that I decided I want to hang on a little bit longer. Just
Yeah.
because you can look at the floor price here. It was like 0.58 when we had the show last week, so it's jumped up to 0.77, and a lot of that is because, like we had talked about last week, we made reference to community as liquidity. That these have no liquidity, but that's kind of how I look at liquidity is how strong the community is. And they actually launched this thing last week that's called Welcome to Lazy Lines or Rewards. And you can actually get on their Discord channel and go through, they give you a whole list in one of those channels how to sign up for this. But you'll come in here, you connect your Ether wallet, get everything set up, and every month they take a portion of the sales and give them back to line holders, which is pretty incredible. I thought it was so cool. I actually bought me another line when that floor was still down around 0.6.
Yeah.
So that's kind of one of the things that, we made reference that rarity is not always everything in these. Sometimes just holding the NFT, it doesn't matter where it's gauged at. Even if you go grab it off the floor, I went and grabbed another one off the floor just because as all this takes off in the space, that can be a big income maker. So it's kind of like it's not like the staking process, but it's kind of like you get rewarded just for holding one of these. But the value of these increase as the community increases. So it's like you're holding an asset, a crypto that's going to gain value, but you get rewarded in the meantime for just holding this thing. Another one we was talking about last week was these gambling apes. If you go to their website and you get in their white paper, let's go on down here to their earning structure. Right here, 70%. What they're doing, they're building that casino metaverse. Where you have to own one of these to get on that casino metaverse and actually play. Well, that's supply and demand just in itself. But everybody that's in this space anyway is probably gamblers. they're going to want to play in this thing. But right here, 70% of the profit goes back to the shareholders, which are the people that own that apes. So depending on what they make per month, that could be a great income coming back in just from holding one of these things. But that supply and demand of people wanting one is going to increase these values pretty crazy. So these two projects, and you just search for stuff like that to get in some of these things. But yes, if you'll search for rarity, then of course the value of that NFT is going to increase faster, and it's going to be worth more. You're going to get a better sale for it.
And real quick, Dusty,
yeah.
where you're talking about with the rewards when you're staking. So if you got one off the floor compared to one of these that are more rare with the crown, would your rewards be more? Does it matter, or is it any lion is all the same? Is that how that works with reward?
Any lion is all the same. So
okay.
That's why I say sometimes rarity doesn't matter. Just getting in these projects, if we go back to the floor here,
Yep.
Get up here and hit this buy now button. So we'll get rid of all the offers. But here's the cheapest one right here, 0.08. So just having this guy and going through the process and getting qualified for the rewards and all that stuff, it's worth having, and plus this guy is going to increase in value. They're almost at a 1 ETH floor. So you can earn rewards for holding them, and within 6 months, the floor could be 2 ETH, 3 ETH, 4 ETH. This could be the next Bored Ape Yacht Club project where they're going to have like a 30, 40 ETH floor, So it's just cool to get in the utility that they're creating on some of these and be able to gain liquidity, gain back income, while you're waiting on this to take off.
Yep.
Plus, they have amazing community. There's a lot of other utility types of these. But let's get into the good stuff of how I snipe some of these. You know, like we said last week, I'll get on here and search for things when they first reveal, because up until, you know, they get 100 ETH, they're not going to be verified. And what verified means is that they get this check mark, you know, that says this is a verified community. So, but a couple days after these things reveal, you'll actually get an announcement in that Discord saying, hey, we've got tools available to see how you guys rank, because nobody really knows other than going through some of these rarities and being like, hey, I got something good, you know. I've got let's pull the kings back up since we was talking about them. I've got one of these kings with a crown, and the floor on these guys is 3.99 ETH. That's the cheapest you're going to get a crown for, you know. So that kind of lets me know, you know, just searching that way, that I can find some deals this way when they first reveal, you know. But up until they release a tool that defines where you rank in this, nobody really has a truly idea, because, and we'll get into this later, rarity is not always the best thing to go after. They've actually started changing this game up a little bit, and we'll circle back around to that. But the tool I like to do this with when I'm in the Discord and stuff, and they make that announcement that this is going to be available on Rarity.Tools, is this out here. And this up here is how you get to it. It's Rarity.Tools. That's the website name. So when you get on this website, they have a lot of cool stuff, you know, showing all these NFT projects. But if you'll come right here to collections, you can actually see which collections are actually generating the most sales. You know, that you can see that these crypto toads had 9,046 ETH in sales, you know, which is pretty phenomenal. They're up here with CryptoPunks, Bored Ape Yacht Club, and all this stuff. But what I like to do is I like to actually go at that project, you know, that they announce. So let's go to the Lazy Lions. So you just type it in the search bar up here under collections. It'll pull up their project, and you can come down here and instantly, you know, I call this as the front page. If you're going to be in the newspaper, you won't be on the front page unless you're in trouble and you've done something bad. You know, you won't be on the front page. Nobody wants to be back in the classifieds, because anytime anybody comes here, all these guys, and what this is this is the ranking of this whole project. So this starts with number 1, and they've actually got a few of these special ones that are all ranked at number 1. So, and then it starts with number 10 and number 11 and number 12, and it goes so on and so on, all the way through 10,000 that this project has minted. So to have something that's extremely rare, this is great exposure. I mean, you won't find any of these guys, I don't think, scroll down for